Well, hello there again, Nikki. Well, print media technology has been around for centuries, and it's been evolving since the first day the first Chinese newspaper was printed. That was back in the 9th century, I believe. Although one of my guests that I'll speak later today, he is going to debunk this theory. I don't know what with, but we'll certainly have a listen a little bit later on. But yes, we are in a skill area of printing technology right now. The competition is about to start. Actually, I believe it started on the other side. We will walk over there very soon. But before we do that, I wanted to talk to one of our experts at the scene. He's been waiting for us for a while. He's going to get back to work, but let's have a short interview with him first. Hello and welcome.
Hello.
This is Andrei Slobodchikov. He is an expert from Russia, and he will tell us about, well, first of all, I want to know about your particular competitor. How is he doing so far?
So, first of all, warm welcome from the team of the experts on our skill. This is a Skill 11 print media technology. And on this station, on this skill, the talented selected from the world. We have 15 competitors. We are doing the exercises every day. This is a really hard exercises, even for the really professional, and we challenge them to achieve maximum performing during these competition days. So here we have a station for the digital printing on the both machines. This is station B and station A. And on these stations, competitors are providing the printing materials, mostly the booklets, leaflets printed digitally. And then you can see the cutting station. Actually, we have some kind of the exercises where one of the competitor is performing his particular exercises and job. And then on that cutting station, this is one of the type of the end product might be delivered to the end customer. And this is a completely digital workflow, what we presented, and how the Platinum sponsors see the developing this digital part of the industry in the future. Every competitor is doing the great job here. It is a bit, for the young talented, it is nervous always. It is first time for them, and they are very excited. So everyone, I have to say, at the moment, very well performed.
Mr. Slobodchikov, Andrei Slobodchikov, an expert from Russia, thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy and you must get back to work. Meanwhile, thank you.
Always welcome. You're always welcome to our station. Please have a look how the new talented performing here. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Well, there you go. There's a story from the Russian expert. He'll be getting back to his competitor. Of course, he will be looking at other competitors as well. So while we are walking around here, once again, I will ask the cameraman to start filming the processes that are going on, and I'll tell you a little bit more about print media technology. These professionals, they organize and operate printing presses to produce printed material. They are responsible for all aspects in the production of printed products, and most often they use traditional ink on paper, but also newer digital technologies like toner on paper. Now, print media technology professionals need to have a deep knowledge of how to handle, how to troubleshoot, how to maintain printing factors like ink types, custom color mixing, paper properties, and complex printing, trimming, and cutting quality control equipment. Now, specialists in this field need communication skills to work with clients, and they must be attentive to detail, obviously, in order to identify and correct printing problems. So while we're here, we can see that the competition had already began here. Experts are working hard, making sure that all the competitors are doing their jobs correctly. Here we have a representative from, well, I don't know where from. These are the experts. In any case, the professionals in this field, they need communication skills, like I said earlier, to work with clients, and definitely attention to detail is paramount in this case. Now, they need familiarity with sophisticated printing equipment and excellent computer skills as well. Now, tight deadlines obviously are important in any field, and here as well. You know that's when you need that piece of advertising material, you always want it to be done yesterday. It's always, it's never on time, according to the guy who orders it. Now, so tight deadlines mean that print media technology professionals must work under extreme pressure in order to complete print jobs on time. Now, specialists in this area often work in printing or publishing business, and changing technology and new business models that make greater use of digital equipment and shorter run print jobs will provide job opportunities in an evolving printing industry. And now it's time for our second guest of the day. Once he will come over to us, of course, like I said, the competition is ongoing right now. It just began. Now you can see representative from China, and here's our first guest of the day, Mr. Bernhard Georg Johann Nahm. Long name, an expert from Germany. Thank you so much for taking the time out. I know the competition just began, so I'm not going to keep you very long. Tell us, what are the guys doing right now? What's the skill today?
Okay, so here we are the skill print media technology. The skill is organized like this. It's a kind of parkour. No? So not all the members are doing the same project at the same time. They have to do a kind of parkour. We have close to 16, 17 different tasks which they have to do. The tasks are, of course, print media technology is printing. No? And we are talking about offset printing and digital printing. So we are not talking about desktop printers, so real printing machines. So they have different printing tasks on the offset printing machine. They have tasks over there on the digital printing machine. They have cutting tasks, ink mixing tasks, typical tasks which are normal work of an offset printer or a printer, I would say.
You represent Germany here, and I know that Germany has a lot to do with the history of printing. So tell us about this fun fact.
Yeah, okay. So we are not I would say the inventors of printing, but we are the first who have invented the industrialized printing, I would say. So it's going back to Gutenberg, and it's true. I would say that printing is still, with regard to manufacture, printing press manufacturers is a kind of German industry together with the Japanese. No? So it's not that you will find really printing press manufacturers all over the world. So it's more dominated by Germany and Japan, that's true. And I'm a representative of Heidelberg, which is one of the printing press manufacturers.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're very busy. We'll let you go to your competitors.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, just one more guest here for you, also with a little bit of a fun fact. Now, the first newspaper in the world, according to a fun facts sheet that I have, Kayan Zabao, Bulletin of the Court, was published in the 8th century in China. It was dedicated to the king or whatever they had there at that time. They issued decrees, but you will now debunk that theory, right?
I won't completely debunk that, but because in India also we had a lot of writing on the barks of the trees, and from there we made on cloth and then paper. So India and China, they both can say that we are the first to make the paper, but it's a good thing which was made so we can have this competition.
That's right. Well, at this point, we're now living in the 21st century. The printing business has changed a lot.
Yes.
What do you think of the talents that are here today in 2019?
In 2019, right now what you see the machine behind me, it's a commercial printing machine. But now we are moving more towards the packaging machines. So we have more sturdy and bigger machines, and everything today is packaged. So we are shifting from the publications to e-publications. But packaging is the business which is growing up, and it's a huge business ahead. So we can see a lot of printing done for the packaging in the future.
Fantastic. What about the young people that work here? Talented?
It's really talented, and I can see such a fantastic talent in each one of them in different countries, and they have a really good competition over here. They're mixing colors, they're printing, they're handling. A lot of ladies working over here, hand to hand and shoulder to shoulder with the young men. So it's really something to see that They are more equally competent with the boys. So it's not like the earlier centuries.
Fantastic. It's such an exciting conversation. I even forgot to introduce you properly. Then this is our guest. I want to say goodbye to him now because he's got to go get back to work because the competition is underway right now. Mr. Samir Mukund Prabhune.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. An expert from India. Best of luck to you and your competitors.
Thank you very much. Thank you
sir.
for this.
Guys, once again, this is so exciting. I could talk about this for hours and hours. Unfortunately, well, for me, that is, we have to take a look at other skills, and I'm sure our correspondents are ready to bring them to you. Back to you in the studio, Nikki.